If this is the first video you've seen, welcome to the first episode, or your first episode of Blended Philosophy. It's, you know, it's different for everyone.
Put them around here.
Yeah,
It's definitely not
you're probably fine. You were in frame before, you're probably still in frame.
Oh, okay. Well,
And not with your back to the camera. So.
yeah.
His face was something like
You're in frame. Let me sit back with your head.
This episode, the topic for this episode is communication, and the primary question for tonight. I'm anticipating this will be like 2 or 3 episodes, but we'll see.
One.
If we can knock it out in one, that'll be good.
Oh, maybe we had an extra pizza, but
What's the most efficient way to communicate?
email.
So I gotta
Telegram. Definitely.
Smoke signal.
I should put that down.
Smash that smash signal.
I put that down too.
MSN live chat.
So there's, I can get that one. I got email, which is technically correct.
Sign language.
I want to get that either.
Morse code people.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a primary question. Secondary
Making
question.
words with your hair.
That's a,
Alphabet soup.
come on.
Passing bowls and bowls.
Unique. Yeah.
And they can eat it afterwards.
Doesn't each can only have one each letter?
Sounds like a problem. Really? Really?
I thought it
You
like
didn't eat
Oh,
that
yeah.
26 letters.
I would assume.
I think these guys.
Why
Oh, yeah, like a
would you
small
assume
can.
that?
No, but I would assume they have equal of the same letters. Either that or it's just a random jumble.
Pretty sure it's random. I don't think they.
Pretty sure it's random, yeah.
That doesn't seem like a good
You
use
can
of.
get a
It doesn't
soup,
sound like a good use of their like time and resources. Like.
but you can get a soup that's all A's.
Yeah, we're gonna break it down into secondary questions. Basically, I'm going for the what's it called? Process of elimination approach here. So I thought we'd start with telepathy and work our way down the list. But man, you seem
I think might go way down.
you said
Yeah.
you said email. Do you think email is the most efficient way to
No,
communicate?
no, I don't actually. I would say the most efficient way to communicate is verbal.
Yeah.
Verbal,
I was
okay.
gonna say talking.
I've got that too, yeah, oral, yeah, verbal, yeah. Same thing, I guess.
Right.
So then, of course, there's in person, there's over the phone, there's Zoom,
That's it in person.
voice memes. If you got like, which is basically
Definitely
like
like a
SMS.
Skype call. Nothing beats it.
Yeah, stop people from interrupting each other.
Yeah. You leave them be, yeah, exactly. Well, I think telepathy would be pretty good.
But if that's
I
not an
agree.
existing form.
Hmm?
That's not an existing form.
So it might not be a thing that humans are capable of now. But this is after all blended philosophy. This is to stand for all places at all time.
Oh. It's not that far off.
So we can. Oh, thank you. So we can go.
10 years?
We can say.
For communication, actually, you might not know who's talking to you. Because it's just a thought that gets put into your head.
It might have like a digital footprint or something.
Yeah, but to start with.
Literally. Isn't
Yeah.
Elon Musk working on the brain chips? There's like a podcast or something. What are we talking about? Have a look.
They have. I don't know if it's. I don't know.
That's
If it's,
sweet.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I had a friend tell me about it, so I'm not sure.
so just on telepathy. No, you'd say it's pretty efficient way to communicate, right?
It's hard to say without what you've seen the specifics of it. I mean, I imagine so, yeah, but
I think no actually. I think it would be efficient, but it would be the same as verbal. Like it would be verbal, just into your head, basically. So it would be talking, but just into your head.
I think it would be to begin with, like when we start like prototyping or whatever. But eventually it would just be like images, kind of like a dream, but someone's thinking it too. So rather than having to look at something, think about what it is, or what are the phonemes, what are the letters that spell those phonemes, and then sending it to someone else. Which, like, that's hardly any effort at all, but I'm saying instead of having to do that, you think of this or whatever, and then send it to them. You wouldn't even...
yeah,
you could just use
send
images or...
Could you send a whole memory or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but then that person has to wait out, and you have to watch them experience that memory.
Yeah, but that's still...
That you have to wait for them to experience that memory.
You could, I'm sure, like, how you can highlight text in an email or make it bold. I'm sure you could do the same way with telepathy and just just zoom in on the important bit.
Yeah.
Or cut out the bits that don't matter.
Be like focused on something in your own head, and then you're sending that.
It could be even like a live stream. You just connect their brain to yours.
Yeah, sure. You wouldn't want to slip up though, would you? Think about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You know,
that actually probably wouldn't be too efficient, because if you thought about something else, while you're
and while you were live streaming, you'd have to be like, don't think about this, don't.
and then you think about it, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But they might just see like the thing you're thinking about with like one of those circles and a line through it. Just...
Yeah, and they really want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you're like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
Well, Matt's doing some communicating now. This isn't.
I think he's doing it ironically because we're talking about
and
it.
just to pull you back into the conversation, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm observing that you're communicating now.
Yes.
Is that a sarcastic? I'm actually playing a game. Yes.
No, I was thinking, yes. A game called Life.
Game called Life, eh?
So were you using text to communicate, like alphabetic soup?
Yes, but not alphabetic.
Oh, okay. No words in that text. God damn.
Not with the actual soup. But with the alphabet, yes.
So was that just because you couldn't do it verbally, or you actually think that text is
Yeah, no, that's about it. I couldn't do verbally because I'm here instead of somewhere nicer.
Well,
Like, wait, your bedroom? What are you saying?
Not my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you coming here in any case.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't miss it.
Now you think that talking in person or verbally is more efficient than why are you taking your phone out?
Sorry, he's just started talking about it.
She's not interested, sorry.
Wow.
Fine, fuck off.
You were.
More important, no, sorry, more efficient than communicating by text. Right. Would you say that telepathy would be more efficient than communicating verbally?
I'd say the message, I would assume, would get there quicker, depending on how fast telepathy is.
Right, yeah.
Because verbally is the speed of sound.
Right, yeah, okay.
But
Telepathy is probably instant.
I don't know how fast telepathy is.
I mean, thoughts aren't instant, it probably takes some amount of time, but yeah.
Well, they travel through
Probably.
Neurons, so a bit speed of light.
They're probably faster than email, yeah.
No, well, it'd be...
They travel through.
It actually probably would be. It probably would be the
radiation,
speed of a computer, because it travels at the speed of a... It travels as electricity. Thought travels as electricity. From in the
Electrical pulses.
Electrical pulses, yes. They travel at the same speed as electron flow.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
But that's still probably faster than email, because email I guess you go to a server.
yeah, but I mean electrical flow within a computer. About the same as electrical flow within.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah,
Your
give or take.
brains aren't got the wire.
If you don't need wire, it's wireless.
Yeah.
And we're not bouncing
Yeah,
off the
but
satellite
that-
either.
that-
We're, about,
that-
we're
So
just
what you reckon is a stream of electrons flying from your head to someone else's head? That's
No,
what you're going at, yeah?
not yet.
it's like Wi-Fi with whatever chips in your head to whatever chips in there,
Okay.
and then yeah,
Oh, see, I thought it was like talking. We could just do it organically.
organic.
We don't need.
You think we're going to evolve?
Oh, was that the end of your question?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh wait. Oh shit. That's a valid question. I don't know.
I think we'll
I
evolve.
don't think we will evolve.
I mean, how do we
again.
fucking get
You
it?
don't think ever
In,
again?
in any large way, in any way that gives us,
I think we still could.
in any way that makes us adapt to something useful. We might evolve like to. No, actually, all that evolution will be pretty much random, except for like, I don't know, maybe there'll be more people who are naturally more muscular, shit like that. Like, it's just based
Do you
around.
reckon?
Yeah, it's just based around like, you know, what's it called? It's just based around like who people have sex with these days. It's not.
Yeah.
It's based. It's not. They've taken out the element of like, you know, we'll have less people who are disabled because, you know, they still have sex.
That's true. Telepathy, you're kind of against it, or not against it necessarily.
No, I guess. I said it'd be good.
Is it efficient though?
Efficient? Yeah, I reckon it'd be pretty efficient.
Would it be the most efficient? So if we're talking like, if you run against like the Telegram and Plami, which is that's something I made up because could be in the future.
Yeah.
And some people say actions speak louder than words. You know, we've got archery, smoke, text, verbal, art.
Sorry, a picture is worth 1,000.
No,
Pictures,
I think,
dance, fighting, sex. But you think telepathy
yeah,
would be the most efficient?
few things there. Telepathy, I think. First of all, with actions speak louder than words. Like, I think if you're conveying a whole thought to someone, like, they might be able to tell if it's more genuine or not. You say actions speak louder than words, but if they can see, because you know, your words are just projections of your
So
Of
your
your
thoughts.
thoughts,
You just
yeah.
think anything. Look,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
thinking Noah's straight right now, but you know, it doesn't mean it's true.
yeah, yeah, but you know, if I think if you're sending a thought to someone, then you might be able to, because you don't really think it. Like you've just come up with it,
Yeah, you just send
and
it.
you're just sending it. Yeah.
I think that
No, what? That was like, I thought there was more to it than that.
No, that was my
No,
thing.
it was just
yeah.
saying.
So it was actions speak louder than words. Like maybe when you send a thought, you know, it might come across differently if you really meant it.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
didn't mean it. You know, because it's coming right from your brain. So
But
maybe if you just come up with, you know, try and come up with some bullshit, maybe that'll translate. I don't know. Never done that thing, so it's kind of hard to say.
but the thing with thoughts is just going straight to the other person,
Yeah.
and so like that's all the information they get
Yeah.
is the information that you want them to get.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to wouldn't it be a lot harder to control what you're sending across than with words? Like with words, whatever comes out of your mouth is what they hear.
And whatever comes out of your brain is what.
Yeah. So if you're there thinking, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make up a fact, and then you make up a fact and send it. Like, how much of that are they gonna get?
I think they could. If you just think of a fact that you're saying, that's vague. But if you're in person, someone can be like, wait a second, that person might be lying.
Yeah, so if you're talking to someone, you get the words that they're saying, and they can interpret that like metaphorically, and then the tone in their voice, and then if you're in person, you get the body language as well.
Okay.
So I assume it's a similar thing with telepathy.
Yeah, you must get.
Like,
Yeah, would you? Yeah, it's a good way of putting it actually. Would you get like tone? Would that kind of equivalent come across with thoughts?
I think at first it definitely would. Yeah, maybe you could learn to control it, but
It's quite hard to say without actually knowing telepathy.
yeah, I see what you mean.
In terms of thorough, like, I think you might be able to argue that if you weren't good at it, you might not be quite as efficient
Yeah.
as words, because you'd just be giving them like a whole bunch. It'd be really easy just to like give them a whole bunch of like thoughts and memories, and just try and let them like sort it out. But it'd be more thorough, definitely. Like there's way more you can communicate with
That's a
sending
good point.
thoughts
Yeah.
and memories. So be more thorough. And then yeah, I reckon if you learn to control it, it would be more efficient and quicker.
And Mel, what do you think about telepathy?
Yeah.
You can-
I mean, as a sender, efficient. As a recipient, I think that it would be best to have. I think you still can't beat body language and facial expression because that's what we've evolved to understand best.
Really? So
as a group species, yeah.
someone's like, what were you doing today? And I'm like, oh, I was like, putting up this shelf in my house or something. And I just send you a photo of what I did. Like, that's quicker than me being like, yeah, right. So there was like,
Yeah, okay.
the wall was like this, and there was like screws in there, and it had like this slant, like, you can just...
I feel like that's more interesting. The question, what did you do with your day, is like small talk.
Yeah.
That's a bit more interesting than like, oh, nice picture of a fucking wall, no? Like, at least that you can be like, oh, and then you're like, but instead you're just sending me your memory, and I'm like, oh wow, crazy.
Yeah, but if we're talking about overall efficiency,
Yeah, in shit like that, maybe, yeah.
that'd be the same. So like for a lot of stuff it'd be talking and like telepathy would be the same. But then on some issues it would be much quicker to telepathy. So I don't think every issue will be the same. A lot of the time it will be just about the same, or telepathy might be even a little bit worse, but then there'll be some times where it'll be just like way quicker. Or if you're trying to teach someone how to do something, like that would be so much quicker with telepathy. You're like trying to describe how to do things, and then you just like send them a memory of you doing something. Like, could you send them like your own, if you're trying to describe how to do like a movement or something, you'd be like, yeah, so then you bring your wrist around, and then you got to make sure to engage your core and like move shit around. What if you could just like send them?
You can open up Photoshop and edit photos that way. I think before you send the entire thought, or whatever we would call it, like before you send the letter, you could like edit it a bit, I guess, or like just focus on certain bits.
See, I would be very cautious to accept a thought message if there was like an accept decline sort of thing. Because like, what if someone's like wants to tell you the whole fucking life story? Like
I'm sure you can turn it off.
I don't want that. Yeah. As in, I would be cautious to accept unless I knew it was coming my way. But if someone just wants to talk, be like, oh yeah. And also, with words, right? You can talk to a large group of people, regardless of if they're going to accept your message or not.
Oh, so that's key, yeah.
So no, like if you shout, right? Everyone can hear you.
So it's clear.
But if you're like,
that just isn't into consent.
if you're like,
They're hearing me no matter what. He's like, I don't want to give them a chance to say no. I'm just gonna do it because they know that there's nothing they can do about it.
no, but like,
Is that what you're saying here?
No, okay. Imagine how difficult a fucking classroom would be if everyone had to give consent.
Yeah, mine might be, yeah.
Like,
It might be very different for you, Matt. I mean...
No, but it would make talking to a large group of people, or like, commanding people, not like that,
yeah.
but like it would make talking to a large group of people very difficult, because they could be having their own little fucking thought conversations, and you think they're listening, but they're not.
I think
You're like,
They might be paying attention. Actually, no, that'd be better, because in class you can just zone out anyway, and not pay attention. You can go on your phone, you can stare at the wall, you can do whatever you want. If you're accepting the message, you're probably going to look at it. So it actually give the teacher a better gauge on who's actually paying attention. Because so much in class, there's people who just don't pay attention to what the teacher's saying. But
if you zone,
yeah, so if the teacher knows who's listening or not, I feel like that's worse. Because at least you
then they'll be like,
talking, you can be polite and just like, you don't care, so you're just not listening. Right? With that, they know if you've accepted, so like, oi, fucking, what?
So it's more genuine. More authentic.
More genuine and authentic. That's not what we're here for. We're for efficiency, and that's not efficient.
How is? I think it's more efficient.
No, it's being genuine.
Being authentic. Being authentic does kind of tie into efficiency. It's probably not the. So you were talking about speed. You're talking about accuracy. I think authenticity does weigh in there a little bit. Probably not a lot, but
Yeah. I wouldn't put it up there that high, but it still is a factor.
and I think most thoughts with telepathy, most would be what you might call push thoughts, or
Jump.
Push thoughts. Like what? What does that mean?
Like you wouldn't need to accept it. It would just like
It would just
unless you intentionally made an accept or decline thing before you sent it, you would just like stream across or whatever.
Or just straight across. So I could just like, I could just
Whatever.
like dicks. And then he could
Yeah,
give
you
that
probably
dick.
got loads of images up there, don't you, man?
I've got one massive image, that's
Oh,
for sure.
yeah. So is it telepathy? Is that the answer?
Yeah, I think so.
Matt, I thought you.
I think-
got another one.
Let's go ahead and just
Can I see what else you have? here?
yeah.
Okay. Telepathy, sex, fighting, dance, maths. Ooh,
Because
that's
maths
good.
is like a universal language, you know.
Art, hey? That's a good one.
Photography.
Oral, text, oh yeah. Smoke. Archery. And how?
Archery.
I saw this in an episode of Futurama. So they were in a fantasy land that Bender made up, and the centaurs would communicate by archery. So they would archer from one camp to the next, and then finally in their hometown, just a normal arrow. Finally in their hometown, it would land on a dartboard, it would be a blank dartboard, and written above it would be the message. So it would be like war or whatever was coming. Or like, we're out of water, we should make dams and stuff. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
You know what we call right now? The third pizza. Should we call
There's
them up?
there's one more slice.
You fucked up your yeah. We've got one slide to prove it.
Yeah.
You know?
You fucked it up like an hour ago.
Yeah. But we had to edit for a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
I had to take like 4 trips, you know?
Just that guy.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
want to
do it
make a
for the
good
fans.
impression on Pizza Stream, you should get us free pizza.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, if you want us to show your logo.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Mm.
Little promo, be like, you've been getting free promotion for like a year now. You know?
Yeah, you could do that. You could be like, we're a channel literally called Pizzas Room. Give us free pizzas.
Yeah. We're like the biggest pizza themed channel.
You could have videos like, yeah, give us.
You probably that's what I mean.
Probably like worldwide. Really.
I
Yeah.
know about worldwide.
Yeah, probably not worldwide. There's probably someone who like tours, the Mediterranean eating pizzas or something.
Or like just some chef that makes pizzas.
Yeah, true. A pizza
Yeah,
chef
true.
probably has a pizza channel.
Probably has more than however many subscribers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Like 19.
maybe 20. It's a big shot.
It's been big years. So what else were we supposed to talk about? Or was this it?
So,
Wasn't there a secondary question too?
so these are the secondary. So, what's the most efficient way to communicate? Is the most efficient way to communicate telepathy?
Okay.
And I think we've decided yes. Is that?
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to go through the other ones.
we
just
can't
to
do
make-
it.
Yeah, we can't do it. So
I
it's,
just wanna go
it's like the one thing we can't do. It could be open to any positive.
No,
it
there's
could
one
be
here.
The best.
Planning. There's a word I made up because they might invent that technology in the future.
Oh, well, in that
We
case.
can't do that
yeah.
either yet.
How can is that better than telepathy? What?
I don't know. I just made up
Planning.
the word. I didn't even think about the
Wow.
technology.
Can't imagine, more than like a.
Is Plummy a more refined form of telepathy?
No, it's kind of like the telegram, but
Oh,
new.
well, in that case. What, you mean like a computer?
But new.
Yeah, I'm still going to telepathy.
Okay, well let's cancel the other ones out because I don't want to just it's the first one that we talked about, so I don't want to just pick this one just because we didn't say
I
that.
don't know why you started with the best one. Why you're like, we'll do this and then go down. Like, obviously.
Well, I didn't know it was the best for sure. Okay, sex.
Depends what. Well, you definitely convey a lot of
I wouldn't say
biological information that way.
I would say efficient. I mean, maybe for Noah, like 30 seconds, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's just speed. We're talking about all other things as well. It's not just speed.
I would still say telepathy as well.
In all
At least for
honesty-
me. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But how much information is in semen? It's like terabytes of data. There's like so much data.
Terabytes of data. Okay, Noah, we don't need your justifications.
Okay, I don't know how you describe it, but I know there's DNA and there's a lot of them.
No, what are you doing?
If you're talking about- if you're
storing data.
What? Yeah, exactly.
There's
Just transferring data.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll be like, hey, next time, like, just proving a point.
Yeah, it's sex. You need a deep, meaningful connection with someone to do that. So really, you're
Exactly.
already telepathy.
so that
Oh yeah.
it might be
Is that your rule, Matt?
telepathic. It's,
I thought your rule was breathing.
No. I support equal opportunities to those on iron lungs.
so like, to tell someone that you love them, or to think to someone that you love them, is, I mean, sure, that's one way to do it, but they might not believe you, like in the Blues Brothers, or they might misinterpret what that means. But with sex, that's like a definite thing. So you're,
Well, not even though.
What?
it's
No,
100%.
okay,
like,
I was joking actually. Sex, we're 100% having sex, yes.
your message is conveyed like 100%. You can't miscommunicate that.
I think there's a bit of sex that happens in the world that doesn't have love involved.
Yeah, maybe like once or twice.
Sure,
A year, maybe a second.
but even then, your message is clear. It's whatever
I
you're.
don't even.
I don't think it's clear.
Yeah, I think you could
You
say.
don't seem to agree on this simultaneously.
I know it's weird for a bird buzz bit. No, I'm just saying. If you look around the world, I don't think. I think there's a fair bit of sex that happens. It's not a declaration of love.
Yeah, but even then, whatever the declaration is, or if there's no declaration at all.
Still wouldn't be clear.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ambiguity in maybe some like early in some relationships where someone, they might be like one-sided, they think someone loves them or something, and the message might not be clear.
Yeah.
It might be a false message, I don't know.
I think maybe there's a lot more being said that you're just not listening to. I don't know.
Please,
I don't know.
no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Explain what led you to this.
It's not. I don't have any evidence.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Okay, there may be things being said, but
Favoritism.
they're not clear and concise, and that's part of efficiency.
They're not concise.
Oh, again, maybe not.
I was gonna say you can think of something in there. Okay, so fighting. So in the movie The Matrix,
Fight Club, also.
Fight Club?
there.
Also has
Oh
fight.
yeah,
Club
because that's a total declaration of love, is it?
We're not just talking about love, Noah. Why are you fucking...
They get in there to, what are they doing, blowing off steam and like, what are they
This isn't
communicating
about
there?
love. We're talking
Dave
about fighting now.
Dave was just talking about fighting in the Matrix, wasn't
Yeah, so in The Matrix,
he?
I think it's the keymaker. He wants to see if Noah is not Noah. Neo. Neo is the one.
I'm the one.
And so he fights with him to see his like fighting style or whatever. And so that's maybe if you're trying to find out if someone is the one, maybe the best, the most efficient way to communicate that is by fighting.
Matt's always trying out new strategies. So if you be like, look, so my way of finding out if someone's the one for me, and then explain the Matrix thing, and then go on and fight them.
Yeah, that's how you get chicks. Explain the Matrix to them.
Yeah, and then fight them to see if they're the one.
That actually might work.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
No, you have to fight them after you're already in a relationship.
Oh yeah.
So
That's how you tell it.
yeah, I'm not sure there's a lot more going on with fighting there. You just see if they're the one. I mean, you might
Now, I still think telepathy is a more efficient form and is shown in the Matrix, where the Oracle knows that
This
there's
is
one.
that's knowledge. That's not communicating knowledge, you fucking idiot.
No, but she telepathically knew.
Okay, dance.
I can get the communication with that.
Yeah,
There is.
there's
Not all dance has communication in it.
I mean, you're probably right. Can you give us
Some
an
dance
example?
just for fun.
Yeah, like communicating with having fun.
Dancing with myself.
There you go.
Have you heard the song?
I think so, yeah.
Just with yourself, not communicating to anyone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. If there's no one around,
you are communicating. You're kind of communicating with yourself, aren't you?
No.
I mean, like, I'm okay to dance with myself.
If someone uses telepathy
I don't
and
need
they're alone
anyone
in the
else.
woods, did it really happen?
That's an age-old question. Yes.
To communicate is to convey
Yeah.
or information about. So to inform. So there's no one else around.
You're not
Can't.
informing.
Don't inform yourself. So there's a saying that maths is the universal language, as seen in the movie Arrival. Some people say that too.
No, could you send a message to yourself? To like a future
That's
you?
cool thinking.
No, but like with the device, right? Imagine, instead of sending it to a person.
Yeah, I think it'd be a device.
We're not gonna fucking evolve telepathy.
We could though. What if there's some apocalyptic event and we wipe out all like literacy?
We're not gonna evolve. No, we'll just regain literacy.
Yeah.
We'll evolve literacy again. If like,
Maybe. Do you think English would come back though?
of course, it's the best language ever.
Right, cool. Back to the communication.
that's the most efficient language, isn't it?
Well, hey, it's the one that conquered the most countries, so who can argue?
And internationally, in airports, it's used now internationally.
Yeah, that's because the people who spoke it conquered the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
legends.
That's not about. Wasn't about the
'Cause they
language.
didn't-
That was about them.
Yeah,
They didn't go,
and they conquered because they were so good at communicating.
Was that the reason?
Yeah.
well, they didn't go, oh, real quick, what language do you speak? Like,
No,
they
it's
didn't, no one
Imagine Neil Armstrong steps on the moon. He's like, wee, like fuck off. it's just not even slightly as powerful.
That makes a good point.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
Neil Armstrong spoke French.
It's a language that's perfect for everything. I think that is telepathy in English.
Fucking wait, it's telepathy, it's thoughts.
Yeah, but still, if someone thinks in fucking German, and I mean maybe you'd understand, but like,
Yeah, exactly.
say someone thinks in fucking,
Someone who's never learned a language.
someone thinks
talking
in
that-
like one of the African like languages, and you fucking you want to go like, oh hello, and they're like back to your head, and you'll feel like,
oh
what
shit,
the fuck?
my seat's clogged. I have to go.
Yeah,
Give up
you
plug,
should
yeah.
understand it.
Until
No,
it's-
you just send them a visual image of the sink being clogged. And you'd be like, well, obviously it's the go, I'm not clogging the sink. You don't need to, It's thoughts, guys. It's not,
No, that's a fair point.
Yeah, but what if you
Fair point.
think like, you have to be on the same level. What if someone's never seen a sink before, right? And sink's not a good
The
example.
person who
What if someone's-
communicates in clicks and grunts is talking to us, and we haven't seen the sink before.
No. We've seen the sink, they haven't, right?
Okay.
And we're like, oh, sink, and like, whoa! because a thought is just a bit.
Yeah. So you're saying like.
Pause right there, because I was like, it'll be like a fucking Jedi. Anyone?
What?
New Hope? Star Wars?
Yeah.
That first one, the first time, right before, 1977, before we see Obi-Wan Kenobi for the very first time,
Yeah.
he makes that noise. Oh!
No, he doesn't.
That noise, he does.
Oh, the sand is.
To scare away from the sound.
Oh, right, he makes
Yeah.
it. Okay, yeah. I don't know why
He never makes the noise again.
He sounds like, yeah. But, so wait, hang on. So your thing is that telepathy is like, you can't send them a photo of a sink because they'll freak out. So instead you're going to describe what a sink is to them for like 10 minutes.
Instead you conquer their land 500 years ago and you indoctrinate all their children to speak the correct language.
Correct, hey?
Correct.
I'm not saying good things haven't been accomplished with English, or, you know, maybe not good.
I mean, you know, English invented the internet, so that's why it's called the internet and not the internet. That's why people.
Yeah, but like when you could take
A valid point.
so many different
All
ways. Lots of maths
all
people
computers,
like
all
Arabic
computers
countries,
speak
UK.
English. There's no code out there that's written in like Spanish or Mandarin.
That's true.
Yeah.
All English.
No, well, I'm not.
So telepathy would probably be written in English too.
Yeah, it would be.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
1,000 of them.
So obviously to write out 1,000 words takes longer than to take a photo.
Yeah.
And to speak 1,000 words.
True. Yeah.
Well, not all speak. That's just an average. Some pictures speak like 4 words, don't they?
No, a picture is 1,000 words.
A picture.
Yeah.
1,000 words.
Yeah.
Alright. So you reckon if I take a photo now, it's like worth 1,000 words.
1,000 words.
So you can give 1,000
Let's
words
not test that
describing
though.
what this picture means.
Yeah.
Alright, great. Alright, so this is gonna be a real good one. Ready?
Maybe
Alright, Matt, 1,000 words, yeah?
Maybe like zoom in and like skim through.
I want one
words.
there's a shadow in there. I want one that's completely colour neutral. So there's like absolutely fucking, it doesn't really, great, you know what? I don't know what I was doing. Even that's like, there's a bit of a, alright
Mental.
Matt, 1,000 words.
Okay. Get ready.
Do you wanna have a better look?
Yeah.
Do you need to see the whole time as inspiration?
No, that's fine. I think I've got my 1,000 words ready.
Alright, great.
Now?
Yeah, what does that picture say? What does the picture, no, you can't just talk about like the colour black and what it's done.
Yeah, no.
What does that picture
What
say?
does that picture say? Black, 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 black.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you there.
Black.
Yeah, it's not all black too, there's other bits.
I was gonna get to the red afterwards.
Yeah,
Most of
no,
it's
don't
black.
go,
Give me
No.
700 more
You're
words.
just naming what all the pixels are. So
Yeah, 1,000 words. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be telepathy, to be honest.
Alright, text. Now, whilst we were talking, you were texting. And you may not have been using SMS, but
No, it's not.
you were communicating via text. That wasn't SMS or alphabetic soup.
Yes.
So maybe we should all speak on that.
No. Telepathy would. If I had done it with telepathy, that would be easier.
Alright, smoke signals. Yay or nay?
nay.
Hey, it moves at the speed of the wind.
Yeah.
Also limited amount of information you can send.
Alright, archery.
No.
No. Hard no on that one.
Alright, this one I actually think holds some weight to it. Actions. So, actions speak louder than words. And
Is telepathy not an action?
it is technically, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Telepathy.
There we go.
It speaks louder than words.
I think we'll put it in a different category for the sake of the
Oh yeah, I guess we have to.
oh yeah.
So again, if you wanted to tell someone that you love them, that's like, oh, I love you, like, you know.
Yeah, can you do this instead?
Yeah, that's an action. Or you could.
Yeah,
You know,
instead of it's like sending them like a really authentic, you know, like big,
Talking
like
to
big
them.
wave of love. Just be like. No, it'd be like. and then a wink.
That's 3 whole actions. That's pretty fucking loud.
And then you get really carried away. And you're like,
that's kind of like sign language.
Or
No, yeah,
in
sure,
your
yeah.
case,
oh yeah.
That's kind of like sign language, and I would put that as that's kind of in person.
Sign language is words that are actions. You know, deaf people are really, really, honestly, they're cunts about being loud. Because they're always talking louder than words.
Yeah, right, okay.
You're right, man. Maybe they need to do it like more subtly. So
Damn, deaf people. Oh, so inconsiderate, eh?
I wish I knew some signs so I
Thunderclap.
can say something like, I hate deaf people, but sign that they're awesome as like a joke. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what this means, but yeah,
Valuable.
deaf people, check it out. Maybe that meant something.
Yeah, maybe.
But with actions, I'm talking like, if you love someone, you might give them a hug because you love them, or you might
Have sex with them.
You might have sex with them, or you might physically hug them. Or you could, like, if you're annoyed at someone, you might punch them in the eye. That would be that.
That counts as fighting.
Well, no, it's only fighting if they punch back.
I know, could be one
Else
sided
you're
fight.
debating.
Oh, one-sided fight. That's more of a beating. That's,
Nah, because they're.
That's another form. Put that down.
That's how you show someone you really love them.
Oh, yeah. I bet, eh?
Beating them to a pulp.
No, just into submission, hey, mate.
Yeah, not a pulp. That's a bit mean. That's not love, Dave.
Alright, so the Telegram's been around for a long time.
Not as long as talking.
Yeah.
What's the one where it goes like this? That's Telegram,
That's
isn't it?
Telegram, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been around for a long time. So
Less
maybe-
than 100 years.
Maybe, maybe conversation.
I was taking the inner side of both, and you were taking the outer, but you tried to fucking.
Why would I take the outer? Which all legs?
Oh, yeah, your little bitch legs.
Makes no sense.
I know, you're used to spreading your legs. Well, you know, I'm just technically in the middle.
Maybe Thomas Edison finally got it right. And everything after the telegram has just been an offshoot. It's just been an offshoot of that, and it isn't quite as good as the original.
No, I
No.
disagree.
Oh,
All right, planning.
no.
What do we think about planning? All right. What's the most efficient way to communicate?
Buttons.
You guys are both retarded. So that would be oral. I said that. Voice memos. So these technically are voice memos.
I guess we voted.
Yeah.
Oral it is.
Your turn, Dave. Which are you going to split the vote?
Oh yeah, I voted no,
Yeah.
didn't I? Actually, no, yeah.
Alright. Is the most efficient way to communicate telepathy?
Is.
Yes.
Can I read you my vote?
No.
Okay. Because you can't say is. Like,
Yeah.
no one's doing telepathy right
Yes,
now.
at the moment it's
So
not.
if that's the most efficient way right now, one that doesn't exist, like that's not really.
That's not true.
optimistic, is
Yeah,
it?
it's a lie. Will it be? Yeah, but is it at the moment? No.
Well, technically, in that case, it kind of is. If you look at it, through in reverse. It's like there's no inefficiencies of using telepathy, is there? Like I've never used telepathy and been like, wow, that was so inefficient. That took ages. I've never been disappointed once with my telepathy
I
experience.
have never used fighting to send a message.
No, you probably use running to send a message.
You probably suck your dick.
According to Peter String, the most efficient way to communicate is telepathy. Right, so we're going to come back in November, and this isn't for you guys, this is for them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, because they don't give a shit about November, this probably won't come out until next year or some shit.
Oh, jeez. That's a while. How are you
Well,
Well,
supposed
for
to
them,
How are we supposed to keep ourselves afloat to event day?
for
Yeah.
them it will come out, like, it's already out today. So it's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So weird going back and forth. But we'll come back next episode and we'll talk about how to accomplish telepathy. So I think
We should have speaking.
We're gonna find out. First of all, we're gonna find out where we're at.
Can we vote again? Can we
We're gonna find out where we're at.
Right, what's the third one going to be?
You think that's only gonna take one episode?
What? Oh, how to become a celebrity.
Well, no, okay, but this I thought would take 2 or 3 episodes and only one.
Oh, cool, okay.
But so maybe
They're just so quick.
how to accomplish telepathy by say one. I don't know.
What do you reckon the most fun would have been? Planning would have been alright, but I don't think it would have taken very long.
So keep watching because this is on a playlist, and in the next 3 seconds of it, so the episode about telepathy will come up.
Unless you're watching it when this came out.
If you're watching it when this came out, you should subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the notification. So when the telepathy comes out, you will know.
And give it a like for the YouTube algorithms. Helps along.
Also, oh no, shit, that probably doesn't matter. But the most liked video of on January 1st, 2021, like another video that's like that, except bigger. So if this one is the most likes, then we'll make it a bigger blended philosophy.
No, it's gonna be snagged, isn't it?
More Scotch,
Oh,
more
yeah,
soda.
yeah. We have to get everyone on board now.
More sauce.
No, the one
What's currently winning?
currently eating is processing, which was my first video, and it's a short film.
Cool.
So,
Oh, okay.
I'll probably make a sequel to processing.
Let's